Hi, the show is going to start in 30 seconds, I promise. Just here to say, SCTRT is free to everyone, no charge ever. If it were up to me, there'd be no such thing as money. There are much better ways to organize the collective. But until that time, we still need to turn on the lights and run the equipment, So, please contribute whatever amount you can to make this show possible. Just go to the website, charlesbursell.com, and click on the link. Thanks. Hi, I'm Charles Bursell, and this is Stream of Consciousness Talk Radio Theater. Charity is bad. That's the case I'm going to make today. It's not a popular opinion. Some people have taken it, though, and we'll spend the half hour talking about this. Charity, let's start here, okay? If you want to give to charity, if you want to give to charitable organizations, if you want to, give a couple bucks to the guy in front of 7-Eleven, I'm not going to discourage any of that. I'm going to concede that's all fine. But I do want to lay out the case that says charity is a bad thing. There are many reasons we'll get to. I'll start with kind of a basic one. We ask the question, should we give to the person on the street? Should we give to the guy asking for a couple bucks? There are people who will say, no, it's probably not good for them. It's not really going to help them, especially when you put it next to the option of kind of living your life and voting for the right candidates and working for institutions and giving money to larger organizations that are really going to make a difference. So that's a tough one right there. Again, I'm just going to lay out a few of them, and we'll get into them with more detail as the half hour progresses. Here's another case against charity. It gives us this false sense of satisfaction, like we're actually getting something done. It's kind of a guilt be gone. Step right up and get your guilt be gone. And I'll give you another example that I just personally, not sure why, but it really bugs me, is the whole kind of charity ball, the ritzy, hotel, and everybody poses in front of the logos. It's just so kind of gross to me that you're having such a fine time and you're all dressed up. Oh my God, you just all look so beautiful and the cameras are clicking and everybody's just so happy with themselves at these charity balls and these events.
How do you like my suit, baby?
You look sharp, Jared.
Thank you.
You look
I know,
sharp,
right?
okay?
Can you comb my hair for me for this camera?
It just needs. Okay,
It falls funny in the back.
I know, but it looks good. It looks like that style you're always going for, where like you don't care.
Oh,
it looks
good.
Like
Here they come. Pose.
Hello. How much are you going to put in the bucket of charity this year for the Fang Society?
Do you have a microphone?
No, I do not.
Oh, well, get back to me when you do.
Oh, don't mind him. He's got a funny sense of humor. We
were trying to raise money for a microphone. That's why I said no.
Oh, yes. Well, we'll probably do our normal donation, which is about $5 million.
Can you just put that in the bucket?
You'll need a bigger bucket.
Yes.
I will buy you a bigger bucket.
I'll go get one.
You're twisting my arm, honey.
Well, I didn't expect her to ask for cash.
That's a good point.
She knew at this
Could
fundraiser.
have given her my credit card. We have a special credit card to drop in those boxes, don't we? Did you bring them?
I'll check.
Hello, I'm sorry. I think you just spoke with Samantha. She went back to get a bigger bucket, but she passed out on the way here.
Is the bucket that heavy?
She hasn't had much to eat, and she's not used to carrying heavy buckets. So I brought the bucket, and I was wondering if you'd be able to put A, more buckets into it, or B,
Can
food,
you hold that
or
thought?
C.
Can you hold that thought?
Yeah, sure, Mr.
Okay,
McGuire.
no, just get behind me. There's a photographer who's about to flash.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. McGuire.
Yeah, look sadder.
Oh yeah, don't stand behind me. That's
go.
good.
There
Good.
you
Good.
Oh, wait,
Right.
honey.
Yes.
Escargot on the trays.
Oh, could I have some of that?
Wait,
No.
You'll be full, and then you'll ruin the picture.
Right, and your palate it's just, what have you had this week? Grilled cheese? It's just a big
A gum
step.
wrapper?
It's a big step.
Yeah, maybe you should start with eating some slugs out of the garden.
Yeah, I tried that, and then I couldn't keep them down. Not used to that much protein.
Oh, dear.
So,
That's a lot of protein.
I'm going to
yeah.
go check on Samantha. Thanks for your time, Mr. McGuire.
Okay, you're welcome.
Mrs. McGuire, hopefully you change your mind next year.
Cheers.
He was a good kid. I like that guy.
They hire good ones here.
Oh, you think they're hired? Oh, why? I wonder what his salary is. You know, I could give him a raise if he'd come and work for us.
I'm sorry, I was waiting outside the door and I overheard you talking about a job opportunity.
Yes. I have some shoes that need shining.
Oh, I'm really good at shining shoes and buckets.
He's got a bigger closet than I have, even.
It's probably...
Filled with
Hate to admit it.
shoes.
Well,
It
I'd
is.
love to see that someday.
Gunboats, you might even say.
Oh, gunboats. Those are two of my favorite things. Boats and guns.
Oh,
I've always
are
wanted
they?
a toy boat, a toy gun, but, well, okay, Mr. and Mrs. McGuire, I'm gonna go get my bucket and my necktie.
Before you do that, young man, why don't you go over to my limousine over there? It's the longest one. Talk to my driver and tell him how your interest in gunboats. Tell him about your interest in gunboats. And tell him I sent you and
Oh,
he'll
shucks.
take care of the
Thanks,
rest.
Mr. McGuire. I really appreciate it. All right, we'll see you guys in a bit.
This
Okay.
show has been brought to you by Goodwill in a Can, now in 3 delightful flavors: vanilla, virtue, and charm.
Mommy, I'm feeling so bored, and I want to help a human.
That's because you're a wicked little girl and you need a little bottle of charm.
Oh, thanks, Mom. Wow, that satisfied all my needs. Now I'm gonna go watch Netflix.
Only $3.90 a bottle.
Stream of Consciousness Talk Radio Theater. I'm Charles Bursell. We're talking about charity today. Yeah, boy, the power relationship that is just reinforced when you're giving to charity. It reminds me of a story. I used to work for a guy who I didn't really like particularly well. And of course, when he was around, when the boss was around, all the people who worked for him sort of became sycophants. Anyway, so he comes in one night, and we're all kind of hanging out. It was a theater job. We're waiting for the show to begin. We're all hanging out at the green room. And he just comes in with this story to tell. He's just beaming about how he just met this guy out on the street who was asking for money. And he gave him $10. And the guy was so happy, and he was so excited. And so my boss continues to tell a story about how he turned around, but then turned right around back to him and gave him another $10. And he was so happy, and he was so excited, and my boss was so pleased with himself. And he was just cackling and giggling, and everyone, and all of us, myself excluded, we're all kind of, applauding, aren't you a wonderful person? And then he does it like 3 or 4 or 10 more times, winds up giving the guy like $100. And he tells the story like it's just the cutest thing that ever happened. And he's so happy with himself. And I already didn't like the guy, but that moment I just genuinely hated him for giving a homeless guy $100.
Oh God, Rachel, don't. I know you see that guy. We pass him every day. Just keep your eyes straight ahead.
But I love to embarrass homeless people. I love to make fun of them by demeaning them with $10 after $10.
How many days this month have you given him $10?
Well, he's cute. He's like a little bunny. I can't resist. I do it in the afternoons most days and sometimes in the mornings.
Rachel, that's like a lot of money.
But he's my charity.
But someone in your life, not to name her or anything, is waiting for, I don't know, a diamond? Come on. We've been dating for like 4 years, and you give this guy $10 every day, and then you say you can't afford to get engaged?
But look at his little cheeks. They're so fat. You just want
What about my cheeks?
They're
I've got
okay.
a lot of cheeks.
You have 4.
I've got 4 cheeks that you've shown some affection to.
Hey, ladies, can you help a veteran?
Oh.
How are you doing?
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to the neighborhood. I know you.
Do you need $10?
Yes, I could use $10. Thank you for helping a veteran.
Here you go.
Here, I got, this is I carry them around in my purse. It's a job application
Oh,
for
okay.
Home Depot.
All right.
Don't.
You can use that, can't you, the job application?
I have plenty of $10 for you. Here, have another.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel.
Veteran.
He's so cute.
Hi.
He's a
Hey,
cute little homeless
Bill.
man.
Bill, they're giving away applications and $10 bills over here, Bill. Can you help this veteran?
Well, Fred, I think that's great, but I wish you'd stop spending so much time applying at Home Depot and maybe working more on our relationship. You see what the damage has done to these ladies.
Oh, well, I didn't know that you heard our conversation.
Well, we're gonna get married one day.
One day.
Same with me and Fred. If he ever stops taking money from...
The last $10 bill I folded into a ring and I put under your pillow. Your pillow happened to be a cardboard crate that got soggy and blew away.
See, Rachel, you're hurting multiple relationships.
Here, have another.
Oh, you don't know how
Maybe
that
they
just
can get
means to me.
married now. Is
Fred,
that sweet?
Put that down.
That's so sweet.
Fred, listen.
Yeah? What?
Ultimatum. If you take that dollar and that $10 bill she's holding out, $1 in one hand, $10 in another, it's over. Just like that cardboard pillow, I'm gonna get soggy and be swept away with the wind.
Excuse me, allow me to raise the stakes. If you give that $1 and $10, it is over.
You two aren't any fun. I like this guy. Come
Hey,
on.
what's your name?
Betsy.
I'm Bill, or something.
Betsy and Bill, we both have B names.
It's a V name day.
Stream of consciousness, talk radio theater. I'm Charles Bursell. You know, everybody has their own story, and boy, sometimes they're unexpected. But yeah, do you give? Invite your callers if you want to give us a call. Do you give to that person? What do you feel about charity? I'm kind of making the case against charity today. You know, liberals will pull out the Jesus meme or the Christian meme, and they'll try to shame people on the right. You know, if you want to call yourself a Christian and a Christian nation, then well, we have to obviously give to the poor and help those in need. You know what? Give up that argument. It's not going to work. The conservatives have a rock-solid argument against it. Jesus never told you to steal from me to give to the other person. So you know what? Just retire that argument forever. It's never going to work. What does that remind me? Oh, it reminds me of another meme, another popular. And this goes back before there were Facebook memes. This goes back to the memes when you'd magnet to your refrigerator. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll whatever eat for a lifetime. I forget how it ends. I don't know. I guess it's worth thinking about. I don't know if it's true or not. It's an easy meme, and with easy memes, sometimes they deserve a little more attention. Oh, looks like we have a caller. Great. Hi. You're on the line. Who's this?
Yes, hello. This is Malcolm Meme.
Malcolm Meme.
Malcolm Midword Meme.
Oh, great.
Listen, Charles.
Are you the inventor of the meme?
What the hell do you think my last name's for? Malcolm Midword Meme.
All
If
right.
you can't pick up on that, you're a fool, Charles Bursell. You're a fool.
This is a great call. What can I do for you?
Listen, I heard you trying to spit out that fish meme that I invented a while back, and I think you just did a horrible job. So I'm here to kind of clear the air.
Oh, okay.
To
All
let
right.
people know what I'm really about.
All right.
Give a man a fish, feed him for a day.
Yeah.
Teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime.
Oh, I was right. I thought that's what it was.
yeah, but you stumbled through
I
it like a
did.
dog through his own poop.
Yes, I did. So how did you come up with that meme? Do you believe it's true, or do you like a Hallmark writer who just writes these things?
Well, Charles Bursell, inspiration comes from a lot of places. Looking at rainbows, sitting by rivers, looking at fish. Tell you what, I grew up on a fishing boat. My dad, Midson Milding Memes, he used to teach me to fish. And I said, Dad, put down the rod, teach me some concepts. So he taught me.
All right.
Milford!
Okay.
Milford, are you on the phone again?
Merriweather, just give me 1 second. I'm talking to the fool, Charles Bursell. Remember that guy who vomited that meme I said?
Yeah, I need to run a meme by you.
Okay, well, Charles, I'm going to have to let you go.
All right, I'll let you go.
Listen, buddy, do me and my family justice, would you?
All right. Thanks for the call. Sounds like you guys have some business to take care of there. See ya.
All right.
Milford, come in here. Come in my study.
All right, honey, hold on. I'm just putting down the phone. You know what I've always said. You put down the phone, you pick up the pitchfork.
Oh, my goodness. Is that a meme? Did you just meme me?
Listen, Merriweather, if we're gonna be married together, then we've gotta work things out. Listen, my life is about memes. You remember me and my dad and my brother and my cousin.
Well, I'm just sour because I was just, as you spoke, coming up with a meme about a phone.
Well, Merriweather, let's hear it. I'm excited for you to finally dump yourself into the meme pool.
It goes as suchly thus.
Okay, we're gonna have to work on your prefaces, but keep going.
Every time you dial the number of a fool, you too thusly become a fool.
Merriweather, how dare you compare me to that fool Charles Bursell? Why, I ought to whip you with this whipping stick. But you know what I've always said. You whip with the whipping stick, you whip your own stippin' swip.
Well, when I see a fool, I call him a fool. And what you see on a horse's face is what the horse has to give you.
But
That's my meme.
You know what? When you stand behind a horse, you get kicked where you need to be. And I tell you what, Merriweather, I want to kick you where you need to be.
Well, now I just need to unbutton my cardigan.
Oh, Merriweather, you're making me hotter than a candle in hell. I tell you what, why don't we flicker on the flames and get down to business?
Well, we're in our work hours right now, and you know what you always say.
Yep, but please remind me.
Idle pens, busy penises, never gets the work done.
You know what, Merriweather? If my pen were as busy as my penis be, we'd have fathered a child by now. But you know what? We're too busy working.
Never blame a woman for what your penis can't do.
Listen, Merriweather, we're just stumbling into the worst of territories.
You just brought up a really sore subject.
Honey, come here. I am so sorry. As I've always said, if you need to hug a cloud, buy a ladder.
That's why we have so many ladders.
Honey, why don't we go out to the garage and climb some ladders together?
I love ladder sex.
And I love you.
It's Stream of Consciousness Talk Radio Theater. We're talking about charity today. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Looks like we have a caller here. Hi, you're on line 2. Who's this? Ooh, who's this?
Hi, can I get a down payment on a shot of tequila and a hamburger?
Yeah, I can take care of that for you.
I'm not a veteran,
All right.
but I could have been.
Yeah, I understand that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like to be on the corner of the street by your own volition, trying to get a down payment on a shot of vodka and a hamburger, with your toes curling, with the weather, the snowflakes sticking to your nose?
I can't say that.
You're
I can't say that I do.
Republican.
I can't say that I do, but I really do. Oh, I think we lost him. I really do appreciate that call, though. You know, that was a heartening call. It reminds me of my days in San Francisco when I really did sort of share the same streets with a lot of homeless guys. You know, a lot of us when we're young, we go travel. We live in places that aren't quite as comfortable as our childhood homesteads, and that's a pretty damn good lesson. And I didn't catch your name, but if you're still listening, the guy or woman who just called, to tell you the truth, I don't know which it was. Thanks for the call. That was. Oh, still on the line. Sorry, you're still on the line. Okay, I thought we lost you.
Sorry, I fell asleep for a moment.
Oh,
My name is Rebecca
Rebecca.
Arnold Fitzgerald Kennington Gala Apple Mousetrap me.
Oh, all right, good. I'll just remember you as Rebecca. Ah, thanks for the call. Charity.
All right, you ungrateful teenagers. We've got Rebecca here. She is a real, live, homeless human being.
Oh, this is so
And
stupid.
you are all sleeping in boxes tonight to raise money for the homeless.
Who's gonna sleep in my box with me and have the most homeless experience?
Okay, Rebecca.
Box smells.
We talked about boundaries, so just go ahead and motivate them.
There aren't boundaries when you're homeless. There's just the park bench and your comrades and all the people with the wallets. And you gotta find your comrades, otherwise you're gonna get stabbed in all your joints.
Is this some kind of Bolshevik lesson? Are we some kind of Bolshevik lesson? Do I need to repeat myself again?
You're the finest student. I think you need to share the box with me tonight.
Ted.
You suck.
And you got a nice tough attitude. You gotta share the box with me too.
Oh, no,
I
I'm not
need
sharing.
both of you.
No, Mrs. Poskin, I don't want to share the box with her.
No, we give Rebecca a refrigerator box and free range to choose 2 lucky students to spend the night with her. So,
And my teacher of choice. Come on, you gotta stay in the box with me tonight. Gotta keep me
Mrs.
warm.
Poskin.
All
We're
right.
gonna need as much body heat as possible. Because when you're homeless, you gotta sleep like a bunch of finches.
But it's
in a nest.
July.
well, it's supposed to be a very cool night for your information.
Lake effect.
Right.
You know what? Fine. Let's do it. Let's get in the box right now. Mrs. Poskin, you go in first. Then I'll go. Then
me.
Ted'll. I got you, Ted. Then Ted'll go, and then Rebecca will climb in, and her stench will keep us warm.
I'll lower myself down like a mother hen.
Ooh, Rebecca, your feathers are very warm.
Now, I don't want to sound weird in front of my best friend Ted here, but I kind of like this.
That does sound
Everybody
weird.
cool, everybody.
Cool.
This is how you are homeless. This is how we do it. Now we
Really?
gotta go find some 25 cents from people.
This is Charles Bursell. You're listening to Stream of Consciousness Talk Radio Theater, the pros and cons of charity. Spent the last few minutes getting to know some homeless people, I hope in a respectful way. I alluded to earlier that I spent quite a lot of time in San Francisco where I kind of frequented the same streets as a lot of those folks and talked to them. And that was a good experience to have. Right now, though, I want to change course just a little bit because I don't want the half hour to run out without bringing this up as we debate the pros and cons of charity. I think this is a pretty strong case against charity. It's anti-democratic. It gives power to those who can afford it and who decide which causes they're going to concentrate on. Whoever decided that Bill and Melinda Gates had all the wisdom in the world, they have all the money in the world, but do they have all the wisdom? I was just reading an article the other day that said their worldview is kind of a little off. And the things that really need servicing, really need the money, really need the help, are often kind of not lined up with the charities that are going to them. And so the big foundations, Ford, Rockefeller, Carnegie, I mean, these guys were millionaires. And of course, so now it's Bill and Melinda Gates. Pew Charitable Trust. Who the hell is Alfred P. Sloan? I don't know. Does anybody know? I don't know either. So that's my point. It's anti-democratic. Can you imagine the meetings they must have to decide what they're going to, they all hire these consultants. Oh, tell us, help us spend our money in the most responsible way. These meetings must be awfully, well, I don't know. I've never been inside one. I wonder what it sounds like.
9:45 requests.
Foundation, but I used to be.
I don't think that's in
Okay,
foundation.
people, everybody settle down.
Alfred,
I'm sorry.
Alfred, I have a question.
Jesus, we haven't even started and Susan already has a question. Susan.
Who are we going to give the allowances to this year? Charles Bursell or Bill and Melinda?
Oh, they're talking about me.
Well, that's what we're going to have to decide here. So, listen up. We're going to do a yay and a nay kind of situation.
They must have gotten my grant application.
So, all those in favor of giving our millions of dollars to Charles Bursell.
Cross your fingers,
I have a
everybody.
question here about line 45.
Oh,
before we
Bill's
vote.
got a question. Big surprise.
I'm sorry, Alfred, but line 45 that requests strychnine for all rodents. I don't think that's environmentally conscious. I mean, I know he lives in a rat hole where he records his show, but that kind of thing can spread.
Well, isn't that the goal here, to spread the poison to keep the rats down?
I thought the goal was he wanted funding to run some kind of thing cast, like some kind of fishing expedition. I'm not sure what he's rodcast. I don't know.
Excuse me. May I speak freely?
Oh, of course. Jennifer wants to speak freely. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Now, as you all know, I now run a charitable foundation, but I used to be homeless on the streets of San Francisco, and I know this Charles Bursell. He was very friendly. He would walk by, ask me about my day, ask me about my weather, how my sleeping bag felt, but never, not once, did he give me $10.
That's true. I have to admit that's true.
Now, I think it's pretty clear who we need to give our money to. These Gates fellas are looking pretty dang needy right now.
I saw this coming.
Yes.
Come here, baby.
I
I'm feeding my pet rat.
Are we still voting? Who are we voting for now?
Excuse me?
Wait.
Hi.
Wait, who's that guy that just walked through the door? Is that...
Sorry to...
Well, look by the scruff on his
of
chin.
course he comes in, just begging on his hands and knees.
We're not done voting yet, Charles Bursell.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't help but see if I could...
Ew, he stinks.
Look, he looks like a rat, too. Look at that
yeah,
nose.
when you spend all the time with the...
But what a
Yeah.
comforting stench it is.
It's
All
big-
right, Charles, you got 20 seconds.
Yeah, here's a
Well-
safety pin. Close your
Is
raincoats.
that odor bubonic?
It's become kind of a Willard situation back at the New Arts and Media Studios. Just really hoping it took me over a year and several $100s already in consultants and fees to fill out these very complex applications. And I get a little nervous when I'm not behind a microphone. I can't really talk.
Is that why you
people
carried
in
one with you?
Is that why
person.
you didn't tuck in your
Yeah.
shirt?
Well, I think it's
Yeah.
pretty clear here, folks. This babbling fool just doesn't need our money. We
I-
should give it to the people.
All
who
right.
Yeah,
really
look at
need
that
it.
microphone.
We should give it to the wealthy.
We should give more money to the wealthy.
How
All
do
right.
you like me now,
At least they know what to do with
Thanks,
it.
thanks, everybody. Come on, rats.
Yeah, take those out of here.
Back to the- all right. Imagine, if you will, a 1,000-foot yacht. A big palatial 1,000-foot yacht plowing through a shallow river, and it's killing fish and wildlife as it goes, and it's polluting the water, and it's destroying the habitat. And there are hundreds of people on this great yacht. And on the back of the yacht, there are a few passengers who scoop up some of the injured fish and wildlife, and they nurse them back to health. And they feel very good about themselves. And then that night, up on the big deck with the captain and all the other passengers, they give credit and they give praise. They have a little event for these do-gooders who bring the fish and wildlife back to life. And they hire Backstreet Boys or James Taylor or somebody to entertain. And they praise the do-gooders and they give them money so they can continue their good work. See, I think that's the world we're living in right now. We plow through life, destroying most of it, and then the few of those kind souls who do a little bit of work make the rest of us feel better, and we heap praise and money on them. Again, as I open the show, if you want to give to charity, and if it's in your heart, then absolutely, I'm not going to dissuade you from doing that. All I'm asking is that we think of better ways to get this stuff done, because a lot of our notions about charity right now are kind of screwed up and not getting the job done. That's my idea anyway. I hope you enjoyed the program. The Stream of Consciousness Talk Radio Theater players, Krista Jarzinski, Anja Seeger, The Scrouse, and Jonathan Wachala. Music by Peter Donalds. If you'd like to hear the program again, well, just hit the play button. But if you want to hear it later, or if you want to recommend it to a friend, it's likely you'll find us on your favorite app or platform, including Apple Podcasts, iTunes. Search for Charles Bursell Presents. That's kind of the umbrella term that all of the different podcasts fall under. The easiest thing to do is just go to our website, charlesbursell.com. All of the shows are there. All of the links are there. All right, there it is. Stream of Consciousness Talk Radio Theater. I'm Charles Bursell. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please consider becoming a listener member. You get nothing for it, no bonus material, no tote bag, no coffee mug, just the satisfaction of helping to keep a good thing going, especially for those listeners who maybe can't afford to contribute. Underwriters are also welcome. That is, if you're cool, you don't pollute or screw anybody. Go to the website, charlesbursell.com, and click on the appropriate link. Thanks.